Yes.
But failure is when you stop trying.
Yes.
So even when you think that you have failed, that is not failure itself. Just don't stop.
Don't stop. Don't stop trying.
I'm a teen coach.
Now with me, a beautiful daughter of Zion.
26 years and I'm specialist public health. But I have passion for people, their growth, their development.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Inspire Transformation Podcast with your host Deborah Okoro. As the year begins to wind down, a lot of people are going through some fear, pain, and mostly mentally unstable. So to unpack this today, I have with me a beautiful daughter of Zion, Dr. Gloria Okoro, that is passionate about the mental well-being of women. So thank you for being part of the show, and I'll allow Dr. Gloria Okoro to say hello to our viewers.
Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Gloria Okoro and I am a mental health nurse practitioner. I am very passionate about mental health and how it affects our lives. And I am very pleased to be here with you guys today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, welcome Dr. Okoro. So, during this period of the holidays, a lot is going on. Please, can you just talk to us briefly about mental health stability during the holiday period?
So, you mean how to maintain stable? So part of it is planning. That's the main part of it, planning. Because if you don't plan in the beginning on how all of this is going to come about, it ends up stressing you out in the end. So, and a lot of people procrastinate. And that is the beginning of all the failure. So most of the time people are afraid to fail, so they procrastinate what they know they're gonna do anyway. So eventually, as the time gets nearer, they panic and they just start scrambling and doing stuff, and thereby stressing themselves out.
Okay, how does comparison with others play in this?
So yeah, that's another thing. A lot of people, they compare themselves with other people. Now, I will use myself as an example. So I have a friend that for Thanksgiving, Christmas, she goes all out. But the good thing about it is that she starts way earlier.
Yeah.
So at the end, when we come together, the finished product, you see it and you're like, oh wow. You will know that there's a lot of work that was put into it. So even though I like all of that, I know myself that I can't pull all of that. So what I do is I do it my own way, where I can look at it. It still looks good, but it's not as hers. So that's where we make the mistake that we think that we see something we like, we want to do it the way the other person is doing it or has done it, instead of tweaking it to what we can do. So I know that I don't have the manpower that she has to get people to help and all that stuff, and I'm busy in my own schedule. And she's a stay-at-home mom, so she has a lot more time on her hands. So I'm saying that to say that just know yourself. Yeah. You can look at something somebody has done and try to copy it, but tweak it to your own lifestyle, how you can do it.
Thank you very much for actually being honest to use yourself. So you see what your friend is doing, you like it, you appreciate it, but you know that I can't pull it out the way she has. So let me do it my own way.
That's
but
right.
you know, some people do not know that. And the stress and the stress and the stress. So what are the signs to show that someone is being burnt out because they are working so hard to outdo the other person? What are those signs that people can look at? Someone is watching now and he's saying, okay, Dr. Okoro, I understand, but however, I've started this thing, I have to go with it, but I'm tired. So what are those signs to look at when someone is getting burnt out?
Okay. So one of the signs are persistent exhaustion. So you will see that person, they are constantly tired. They're complaining, I'm tired, I didn't rest today, I'm busy. It's just complaining. I don't know, I've seen people, I don't know if you have seen people that it's like their full-time job is complaining of being tired. So because of that burnout, they are constantly tired. Now, other people, they can't sleep deprivation. So they've worked themselves to exhaustion that even when they lay down, their brain is still running. They cannot shut it off. So even when they wake up, have you ever seen somebody that woke up first thing in the morning, they still look tired? It's like, girl, what's wrong? You look tired. Did you sleep last night? So that's part of that irritability. Oh my God. Those kind of people, every little thing, they're irritable. They snap at people, their family members, people around them, like, oh, be careful. She's snapping left and right. And also sometimes you see some of these road rages that we see is compilation of stress, making them feel that way. Another thing is,
so because this stress on is very important. So how do we ease it off? How do we ease it off? Yes, we've made the mistakes. Yes, we're stressing so much, but especially me, I'm listening to you and I want to learn. So how do I ease off? How do we ease off the tension, the anxiety, the fear? How do we ease it off?
So it starts by, first of all, knowing. So because some people are stressed and they don't know it. All these symptoms that I'm telling you now, they don't even know. They say, oh, it's just me. It's just because I'm tired. No, because you're burnt out. So just realizing, oh, this is it. So that's number one. Realizing that, okay, what do I do about it to undo it? Make a conscious decision. Say, okay, I am going to sleep. I am going to sleep and relax, get my mind off of A, B, C, D. Relaxation. I tell people that some people don't even know how to relax. Relax, meditation. Whether it be like listening to music, it is so calming. That is how people kind of bring it down. Yes. So little things, some people think that it's something big, like, oh, go on vacation. It doesn't have to cost you money. You can be in your house and just relax. And even when you have children, it doesn't even have to take an hour or so. When you have children, you can train them. When you go to a certain part of the house, that means leave mommy alone. So mommy is resting. Mommy is
it's mommy time.
Yes, it's mommy time.
It's mommy time.
And they will learn that even if it's 15 minutes at a time, you just go there and just like zen.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. And that helps.
Thank you so much. That you were going to mention another point, but I wanted us to handle the dealing with anxiety and stress, so I don't forget. So
some people have frequent headaches. Because of that stress. They may think that, oh, it's migraine. Actually, it can cause migraine. You're having headaches all the time. Then stomach pain, anxiety. You know, all these things that I'm listing. even when I thought about it, I said, you know what? Those are all signs of depression.
Oh.
So I was like, oh my God. So you can burn yourself out into depression without even knowing it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. So at what point can someone seek medical attention? Maybe see a specialist like you, go for therapy.
Mm-hmm.
At what point can someone say, you know what, or family members recognize a particular pattern like you're saying now and speak to that individual, you know it's time to see a doctor? At what point?
So the symptoms that I've mentioned, if it's persistent for at least 2 weeks.
Oh.
So because if it's here and there, yeah, we all go through that. It is normal. So when we start looking at it like, okay, it's bordering into like mental health, because the difference between mental health and somebody having mental challenges and somebody who's of sound mind is how long, or if it's changing your daily activities. So those people, they are down for a long time, for 2 weeks or more. So after seeing that, it's not, if it's like one or 2 days here and there, it's normal, because not every day is not the same. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much. What would you say to someone that now we're getting into that is scared because they've not met their targets, their goals, and the year is almost ending? We'll have only December ahead of us. What's the advice to someone that is looking at failure? It's like, okay, I've not met my goals, I've not achieved the things that I set to achieve for 2025. So what do you tell that man or that woman or that young adult?
Okay, it's funny you said that. So I was just talking to somebody earlier this morning, a friend, and she was saying she has the same sentiment, saying that she hasn't met her goals in her career, and look, the year is ending. And I told her that, you know, even though in your mind you have not met it, you can reset another goal. It's not failure if you didn't meet everything you set out to do. Failure is when you stop trying.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I like that one. So failure, it's not when you have not met the goals.
Yes.
But failure is when you stop trying.
Yes.
So even when you think that you have failed, that is not failure itself. Just don't stop.
Don't stop. Don't
Just
stop trying.
Just
keep going. Because that's what the devil uses in your mind. Oh, you didn't meet this target. No. When you make those goals, you can tweak it.
Yeah.
So what people don't know, they think that it has to be set in stone. No, it's not set in stone. You made it. You can always tweak it. And just know that you have to be kind to yourself. Things happen in life. I'm assuming that you just didn't just sit there and not do anything.
It's true.
So things happen. So give yourself some grace and move on. Oh, I didn't say for somebody that in real estate, because this person is in real estate that I talked to, didn't make a whole lot of sales, and I was like, okay, she had in mind that she's gonna be selling and making sales 5 a month, and it hasn't mapped out that way. I said, tweak it a little bit. It's all in the mind. So why don't you reduce it to 3? You're the one setting it. So reduce it to 3 and keep working on that. And I said, and also she was having money issues and stuff, and she has this real estate career and also doing some stuff on the side. And like every month she's struggling and on. And I was like, why don't you find a part-time job? Find a part-time job that is giving you income, consistent income. every month, and you can still be doing what you're doing. You haven't failed because she jumped into the real estate, doing it like as a full-time career, but nothing else. And you and I know with real estate, you don't sell, you don't close every month.
Of course.
So even if you made, say, if you made a commission of 50,000 a month, 1 month, it's not necessarily gonna be 50,000 the next month.
So the next 6 months.
Yes, you gotta pace yourself. Divide that money. Be careful how you spend that money. So I was advising this person, why don't you start a part-time job, something on the side where you get money consistently, so you don't get stressed out, and keep tweaking your goals. Keep tweaking it, and with time, it will come. It will happen.
Like you said, I like what you said, that it's not that you just sat down and you did nothing. There are some things that we cannot control.
Yes.
And the ones that we can control, we can control. But how does gratitude play a role in that?
It does a whole lot. And I always say, one of the things that I say is that even when I find myself in a hard place, in a hard spot in life, I look back at my life, and I don't know about your viewers, I am a woman of faith.
Yeah.
So I look back at my life and said, okay, God got me through this and that and that. Whatever I am facing right now, I will go through it. I will make it because He got me through the past.
Yes.
And for the most part, if everybody is honest with themselves, they will know that they've gone through a whole lot of stuff in the past than whatever they are facing right at the moment. So if you can think back and be grateful for how God, in my case, that's how I look at how God got me through my past. Whatever I see in future, I have that faith that the same God that got me through the past will get me through the future. And I always tell people, I am grateful if you look at the present moment.
Yes.
Okay, you are healthy, you are alive, you don't have and you are not using oxygen to breathe, you are walking freely, no physical pain, nothing. Even if you find yourself that you are going through all of that, you are not in the hospital, you are not in coma. There's always something to be grateful for. I tell people that the best place to be grateful to God is in the hospital. If you go to the hospital and see how sick people are, or even to the ER, the ER is always full. People with one ailment or the other, they are sitting there waiting to be taken care of. And here you are. And I'm not saying I'm not trying to trivialize life or what people are going through, but all I'm saying is that if you sit down and really think through it, think through life and what you've been through, just go through it yourself in your brain, you know what you've been through. You will find out that you have to be grateful for right then, even in the midst of what you're going through. Being grateful doesn't mean that you don't have wants or needs. It doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean that. It just means that above all of that, you're just grateful to the Almighty God. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I was talking with a lady, and she told me that when she said to me, when I hear people complain that they don't have money, I don't take it seriously. I said, but that is a challenge. She said, I agree it's a challenge, but a challenge that money can fix is not a challenge because it can be delayed. You might tomorrow find someone that will square you some bucks, but when you have challenges that money cannot fix, you are at the hospital and they've told you, I'm sorry, we cannot go on with the chemo. She's a nurse too. She said, oh, you're in the hospital and your child, this is you personal, your child is a hospital bed. You cannot help your child. As much as you want to help them, you cannot. Or you receive diagnosis for your child. Your child is on the spectrum. Very heavy autism, that the child is violent. She said those are issues. So the things that we carry, the year is not ending well, those, even though they might be challenges, but they are not enough to keep us down. Talking about gratitude, that's why I brought that in. But so how do we stay centered to avoid guilt? To avoid guilt, especially in a situation where we feel that we did not do enough. Maybe the individual thought that they would have done enough. And if they had done enough, things would have turned out better or different from how they are. What do you tell someone that is dealing with that self-guilt?
So it still kind of comes back to doing things that you can do, not looking at other people, what they are doing, and staying in your own lane. So what I tell them is, if you don't, try as much as possible not to want to do stuff because other people did it. So do things that you know you can manage. Look at your pocket. So if I can only spend $5, spend $5. Don't look at somebody that can spend $20 and want to match that person. So if you don't do that, now, if you don't put yourself in that situation, then you won't be feeling that guilt that you're talking about. And yeah, so I feel like guilt is more self-inflicted. We can easily do away with that guilt. Yeah.
Okay, because I had a woman of God I respect. She said, if you can afford McDonald's, go to McDonald's. What's important is the family time.
Yes.
If it's Chick-fil-A you can afford, go to Chick-fil-A. If you can afford Red Lobsters, then you can go to Red Lobsters. But don't stay back because it's Red Lobsters that you want and you cannot afford Red Lobsters. Then you deny your family of a family time out together. So that is so true. Yes. Somehow comparison and looking at what other people are doing really takes a toll on people. So what does finishing well mean as a mental health specialist?
Finishing well. So again, I like to use myself as an example.
Yeah, I know it's perfect.
So I would like to say that I am finishing well this year by the grace of God.
Amen.
Now, it's not because everything that I plan on doing that I'm getting all of them. No, it's my state of mind. So I looked, and as you will see, the team is like going back to the same thing that we talked about, and I kept retweaking things. So every month I don't meet a specific thing that I plan for myself. I retweak it and put it for next month, and I keep doing that. But at the end, we are in the end of November now, and I'm looking back, and I focus on the positives. What I achieved, not the ones I didn't achieve. That is what pushes me, motivates me to do even more.
I like that. I like that. You focus on the positives. Not that everything that has been planned has been taken care of.
Yes.
Or not that all expectations have been met.
Yes.
No. But you focus on the positives.
Yes.
And with that, you have peace.
Yes.
Wow,
and you have to be okay with that. You know, most people, one of the reasons we have issues, they have this perfectionist mentality. There is no perfectionist. I mean, you are only hurting yourself. You give yourself room for improvement, grace, because like I said, every day is not the same. You can plan things and it will not come to fruition like that. There are other circumstances. It's not just you. So having that in your mind, that in the equation, that it's not just you, there are other people. You can only control you, not others. So when because of circumstances or others and things didn't manifest the way you planned it, you just go back to the drawing table and retweak it. That's the only way you can have peace.
Okay, so if you're watching and you're not sure what to do at this time, I like what Dr. Okoro said. Do not look at what you cannot control, but you can always go to the drawing board and keep tweaking to fit you, because you will not allow other people's expectations to define you.
Yes.
Or what other people think should be success for you to be the definition of your success. So all that should be done is that work it out to suit you. And it's not failure. She said it's not failure. I really like that.
Yes, until you stop
trying. So I don't know how many times that you have tried. Don't stop trying. Don't stop trying. It is not failure until you stop trying. So I like to ask, as you've spoken to us, thank you very much. How do we now approach the new year? How do we approach the new year? Do we have to wait till 1st of January before we start New Year resolutions and that? How do we approach the new year?
So I actually start the new year towards the end of the last year.
Yeah.
So by towards the end, like for instance this year, I've already started planning for my next year. So you know with what is left that you're not going to achieve certain things that you already planned. So next year you start planning it better. So okay, I learned from this year this and this and that didn't work because I did it this way. Let me tweak it a little bit. Next year I'm gonna try it this way or no, that way. So for instance, say if I said that that I'm gonna sell 5 houses in 1 month this year, and I saw that my average ended up being 2.5. So next year maybe I'll say 3. I say 3 next year and tweak it. And I go through the mistakes. Because we all learn with everything, with things we didn't achieve. I didn't want to say failure. Things we didn't achieve. I said, okay, what stopped me from closing that house? Okay, was I a little pushy with it? So maybe next time I'm going to refine how I approach it, how I interact with people. So it has to be you trying to get yourself better. I always like to start with myself, not others. So try the tweaking will be something that you can control and leave the ones that you cannot control. When it comes, it is what it is, because you can never control that part. But you only start tweaking your side, the part that you can control. So from next year, you tweak it based on what you've seen the previous year.
Okay, that is like taking with us the lessons that we learned.
That's right.
So even though we didn't achieve those goals, but there are lessons to be learned.
Yes.
What did I do that I wasn't supposed to have done? What did I say that I wasn't supposed to have said? So being truthful to ourselves, that we take those lessons and then we begin to apply them to do better as we begin to plan for next year. Thank you very much. Thank you on that. Another thing that I want to ask this is that you said something about if I wanted, my goals was to sell 5 houses and I sold 2 and I now drop it to 3. So wouldn't that mean that we're trying to be lazy? Because somebody that is watching might be saying that, oh, I dropped from 5 to 3. Why don't I just leave it on that 5 again and see how I would do next year? Why do we have to drop it to 3 or 2?
So dropping it, the reason why I say dropping, because this mind is so powerful. So dropping it does not mean that you stop working hard like you were doing.
Yeah.
So let it be a surprise that you actually sold 5, even though you dropped it to 3. Then when you put 5 and you sold 2 or 3, your mind is like, oh my goodness. So let it be a pleasant surprise. Because even though, like I said, even though you drop it to 2 or 3, you don't stop working hard.
Okay.
You keep working.
Okay.
And be pleasantly surprised.
Okay, so thank you. So that is like, so that someone's mind is not messed up.
It's all
mind. So that we're not, or someone is not trying to hold on to failures,
disappointed, feeling guilty, feeling like I'm useless. I cannot just, if you lowball it because you put 5 before and you saw a whole year you were not able to achieve that. So instead of you doing that the next year feeling bad, just drop it down and just keep working hard. Because chances are you're gonna supersede that. You're going to, but it just, you don't want to be down again.
Yes.
So you're playing that mind game with your mind. It's like you're
I get that. Very, very interesting. So it's not like you're going to sleep. You're not dropping your goals or your target to go to sleep. No. But it's that you're still working hard, and yet your mind is not on what you might not be able to achieve, but you're working as hard or maybe double how you worked before. But you're like, okay, let's see what happens.
Yes.
And then because you're not sleeping, you're still working. Then I like how you put it, pleasant surprise. So the end game now surprises even that individual, or surprises me. Okay. I really thank you for this incredible insights. You can agree with me that this conversation is really informational and educative. We're learning on how not to get to the next year before we start. If you're loving this this conversation, please just strike the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. So back to you, and Dr. Okoro. So if you're talking with someone, you were talking about mental health, stability, and wellness. What was that you were saying? So we're trying to differentiate the stability and someone that has mental health challenges. So can you talk to us about that?
So, mental health, this might sound like an oxymoron.
No, but that's fine. What is it?
Mental health stability is not the absence of mental health issues.
Mental health stability is not the absence of mental health issues. Please, can you talk more on that?
So, because it is natural to be, we talk about anxiety and depression. There are certain situations that is natural to be anxious and natural to be depressed. Now, if you lose someone, it's natural to be sad. And some people, they will be sad for a few days. Now, if I see somebody that is mourning a loss and they are sad for 2 weeks, I am not going to be quick to say, oh, this person is depressed, just that clinical depression. I'm going to extend that person some grace. Now, if after like 2 months, 3 months, the person is still at that place, then maybe I will look into it. Now, and there are some people that are anxious, naturally anxious, like maybe, so we are driving and a big trailer is by your side, and I don't know about you. I'm like, let me go to the other lane. I don't want it. So it is natural.
Yes.
Does that mean that I'm mentally unstable? No. So what I want people to say, to know is, there is nobody, there's no human being that doesn't have an element of mental issues. There is nobody. It is when you stay there consistently for some time.
Okay.
That's when, in lay language we say, it's when you now go to the left. So it's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Just stay to the right and deal with your thing here and there. You're good, because we are human beings.
Okay, so it's that. Thank you for clarifying that, because some issues will arise. There are some issues that might bring that little anxiety, that little fear here and there. But you're educating us that it's when, and informing us that it's when it extends beyond a certain period. Okay, that's when it becomes consent.
And it's consistent.
Oh,
Like
consistent.
that, consistent for a long time. Then it's like, okay, this. Then you can put a diagnosis to it. But apart from that, because everybody, every human being has something they are dealing with.
That's true.
Everybody. When I did my dissertation, and I did it on depression, and I was wowed when I found out that 1 in 3 people are clinically depressed.
1 in 3. That's alarming.
And that was before COVID. Now, let me wow you now. During COVID, I believe, this is me, I believe that everybody had a little bit of depression going on, because all of a sudden, everything was shut down. Everything you know to be normal is abnormal now. People were coming to my office that time. They lost jobs. They are sitting at home. They don't know. They don't have a means to buy food because they are spending all their money. It's like everybody was depressed.
How did you handle that? How do you handle, talking with people and you still keeping your sanity?
Well, it's an art. It took me some time, a few years. When I first dabbled into this profession, I remember the first year was the worst. The first year, I came home with everybody's issues home, and I was trying to find a balance, and eventually I found a balance. It's like, I do care, I am present when I'm talking with my patients. And I care about them, but by the time I walk through that door, it stays there.
Oh, wow.
I had to drop it.
Yeah.
I had to drop it and go home, because it started affecting me and my family. Everything I'm talking, oh my goodness, I cannot believe, especially the one that got me the most were children that were being abused. And I heard that. It was the worst. That broke me. That broke me. And their families. It's like, where would they go?
Okay, so what do you do to wind down? How? Because even if you drop it, there are some that still follow you home somehow. Maybe the ones that call you, maybe family members or friends that don't really visit the office to see you professionally, but they are talking to you on the phone. And how do you shut down to find that place of stability and peace for yourself?
So it's a process. So it has been 13, 14 years now that I've been in this profession. So I can talk to you now, and by the time I leave, I'll drop it. But it took some time for me. When I go home, it started when I go home, I like worship. I do praise and worship, and I focus on my family. It is an intentional act in the beginning, intentional that I am going to live this, and I started doing it and replacing it with mental worship and listening to songs and doing things that I like with my family. After some time, I didn't even know when it, like now.
Yeah.
Just,
Okay.
it's not that I don't care about that
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
Because at first I was scared that maybe I'm not empathetic anymore. But it's not. Because when I'm with you, I am 100% full
present
and do whatever.
Yeah.
But if I don't take care of myself, I am useless to you.
Yeah.
So I have to.
Yeah.
So, and I found out when I first got into this profession, we are mental health individuals, people working in mental health. You are told that you have to have your own shrink, your psychiatrist. Because people are offloading all of this on you. Where does it go? And statistically, mental health doctors end up committing suicide. So I would say the people that don't know a higher being, they end up. That's one of the reasons there are shortage of mental health professionals. People that are actually doing it genuinely. It is hard. And after some time, another thing that I do, I give myself, I feel myself when I'm about to burn out. I'm tired.
I was going to ask you, how do you know when you are getting burnt out? How do you?
I'm irritated. I can't sleep. So I'm like, I just feel my body aches, and so I take time off. So it's somewhere within 2.5 to 3 months. I have to take a vacation, stop everything.
Okay, shut down.
So, and I have learned that us mental health people helping other people, if you don't help yourself, you cannot help others. The same thing you tell others. You know, it's easy to tell people stuff and you don't do it yourself. And we are mental health people. No, even people that work in the health field, we are worse. We tell the patients what to do. We don't do those things. We are the worst patients. Even when I see another somebody that works in the health field, as a patient, the stuff you'll be telling regular patients to do, they are the ones, and you're like, you know these things, but they are not doing it. So, yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much. Because while you were talking, I kept thinking, how do you handle yourself with your family, your husband, your children? Although now I know that your kids are all grown and big, and how you're able to bring about the balance.
So, yeah, even though my kids are all grown now, the good thing that mental health has done for me is it helped me see where I made the mistakes in the past. So there were certain things that I did that I'm now having to correct. And it's helping me help other people's children. One of the places that I worked in the past was here in Atlanta, is Ridgeview. It's inpatient psych. And I stayed with the adolescent, people from age 11, 12 to 17. That's all. Oh my God, these kids. It was eye-opening how kids at that young age, they are mentally challenged so bad. So yeah, to answer your question, it helped me with my children, because when they were growing up, before I went to school, there were mistakes that I made, and being in the position that I'm now, and I'm going and correcting some of that, and you know, they're like, oh mom, wow, so you've learned so much, and so it's like our relationship is so much better than it was in the past.
And they've also realized that, noticed that, oh wow, mom is changed. So they've also picked it that mom is changed. Very interesting. So thank you very much for being with us today. Do you have any final words for our viewers?
So yeah, what I would say, especially pertaining to this season, is to just be happy regardless of what is happening around you. Think about the reason for the season. For Thanksgiving, just be grateful for the things that you have and be hopeful that the things that you hope to have will come. And for Christmas, we all know the reason for Christmas. It's our Christ Jesus and being our Savior. Just focus on that. I don't want us to think so much so about gift giving and all that. It's not what it was. It's not the reason for the season. It's an extra, something on the side.
A bonus.
Yes, for it, yes. But it's not really the main reason for this season. So, and I would like people to be kind towards each other, extend grace, and just be who you are. Be authentic. Be authentic and be who you are. Yes,
self.
yes, and that goes a long way. And if you find yourself in trouble, or talk to somebody, reach out, talk to somebody. I know that some people this time of the year is the hardest. That they don't have anybody, even in mental health. Holidays are the worst, where we see a lot of suicide and all that stuff. Yeah, and apart from that,
sorry, even though it's supposed to be final words, but I like to ask why. Why is it so?
Because they are lonely, and also some people, if for instance they lost family members, they don't have people around them, and you know the holiday, there's something, I'm trying to think of the word now, I cannot remember it, but it's just like seasonal depression, usually when the sun goes down earlier, like now by 6 p.m.
it's dark. 5 p.m. actually.
It's dark.
It's dark, yeah.
So it affects people's mind. So it makes them more depressed. So the holidays, based on what I've heard from people, it's like, it brings about the past, the things that happened in the past, and sometimes it's a stressful time for the family. It's towards the end of the year, and people are looking back. I haven't done that. Yes, I wanted this to happen. So they are already keeping scores. Oh my God, it's November, almost December. Oh my God, I'm not even halfway through what I plan on doing. So it's like making them feel like they are failures when they are not. All they have to do is re-strategize and start over again. And that is even the people that have family members that they gather. Some unknowing parents or family members will use that opportunity to bring, what? You don't have a boyfriend? Oh, you just bring in stuff that trigger them. So, and I've heard people say stuff like, I'm not going to any family gathering because my mom is going to remind me that I'm still single. Oh, you haven't started back college. You dropped out how many years ago? So it's like family members.
Expectations.
Yes. Sometimes I don't think they do it on purpose or out of man. So I don't think that they will just say you have to kind of think before you speak. So some of these people, they will just say stuff that just rub the others the wrong way, and it may make them not want to come by anymore. So, but the main thing is that people are usually depressed, and by not going, they isolate themselves. They are lonely. They are lonely. Because I will ask themselves, why? Why didn't you? Oh no, something that happened in the past. No, I'm not. But they are lonely, grieving that, and Yeah. By the time you know it, they start thinking bad thoughts. Mm-hmm.
So it's in the little things. In the little things. I'm glad Dr. Okoro is talking to us now about those that avoid family gatherings because of things that will be said. So how do they protect themselves? Because at times they might not be able to avoid these gatherings. So how do they protect themselves?
Okay, I'll tell you what I do. I'll tell you, I'm sorry, my phone was on. I'll tell you what I do myself. So, don't laugh at me.
Okay, no, I'm learning.
So, practical things. So, you've gone through it with those people, right?
Yeah.
So, before you go, you make up your mind that they are not going to get you no matter what they say. So, you play that scenario in your brain, the worst they can say. And practice your answer.
Okay, so you play it in your mind. Okay, I know that Auntie Z will say this. I know Uncle Y will say this. I know this is what Mommy will say. And I know this is what Grandma will say.
You plan your comeback.
Then you plan.
Yes, so that when it comes, these people, when they start saying it, by the time you start spewing that, they will chill. So, oh, you still single? Yeah. I am waiting for, like say, Mom will say, you're still single, you don't have any boyfriend. Mom, you know they don't make guys anymore like daddy. You know? I am waiting for that perfect guy.
Excuse me. That's a good one. That is a good one. I heard a sister at church say that her aunt, again, family gathering, had told her, I'm so concerned about you. This your situation is bothering me. As at then, she wasn't married. And she turned and asked her aunt, what situation? I'm perfectly okay. Do they sell men on the streets? I am fine.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. That is really good. Thank you. It's been fun. Educational. Thank you for your time, Dr. Okoro. We're going to have you back because you started something about the adolescents. How I'm like, okay, let me not bring it in today. We're going to keep it for the next time that we'll have you. But thank you very much for being part of the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. She is so busy. So I'm thankful to God that He brought her, because God brought her to be a blessing to us on the show. Thank you. Until our next episode, I'm your host, Deborah Okoro, and this is Dr. Okoro, and we say together, bye. God bless you.